Viewers, the latest news about Ethiopia, Tigray, and Amhara conflict is that as we are receiving several reports from Amhara region about the ongoing war on several fronts between Ethiopian National Defense Force, its allies, and Tigray Defense Force, which I will share with you in this video. Because in the previous video, if you remember, I had informed you that Tigray Defense Force has made several great achievements in Amhara region. According to the latest reports received from Tigray Defense Force Central Command, Tigray Defense Force has completely destroyed the 22nd Division of Ethiopian National Defense Force and has taken control of many areas on A2 highway, which include big cities like Kobo, Koborobit, and Woldiya. West Tigray Defense Force did not face any heavy resistance to gain control over these areas. If you look at the map on the screen, there are many areas between Kobo and Weldiya. 2 days ago, reports were received that Tigray Defense Force has gained control over Kobo and Koborobit. And there were reports yesterday that Ethiopian National Defense Force and its allies has regained control over Koborobit and defeated Tigray Defense Force soldiers in Koborobit. And Kobo was under the control of Tigray Defense Force. But the reports received at night, I understand Tigray Defense Force great achievement so far in the Amhara region that Tigray Defense Force has gained control over Weldiya in just few hours. So that means Tigray Defense Force has gained control over several areas of the Amhara region in a few hours, because according to yesterday's report, Tigray Defense Force soldiers were present in Kobo. But according to the reports received at night, Tigray Defense Force has gained control on Weldiya city. And Tigray Defense Force has also shared photos and videos of hundreds of Ethiopian National Defense Force soldiers, in which hundreds of Ethiopian National Defense Force soldiers can be seen in custody of Tigray Defense Force. Which photos and videos about this I have also shared with you in the previous video. Whereas if you look at the map, the city ahead of Weldiya on the A2 highway is Mersa. According to the reports received yesterday, the Amhara administration has been robbed in Mersa and stolen valuables, which makes it clear that the Ethiopian National Defense Force and its allies are ready to surrender in front of Tigray Defense Force before the arrival of Tigray Defense Force in Mersa city. Viewers, the way Tigray Defense Force soldiers are winning in the Amhara region, Tigray Defense Force soldiers will take control of Mersa and surrounding areas in a few hours and will reach the sides of the Dessie. This in the past, we saw that Tigray Defense Force had to face a lot of resistance to gain control over Dessie city. And after 5 days of resistance, Tigray Defense Force had gained control of the Dessie city. But according to the situation now, Tigray Defense Force soldiers will get control of the Dessie within a few hours. There is no resistance from the Ethiopian National Defense Force and its allies. Tigray Defense Force soldiers are easily gaining control over the areas of Amhara region. There are several reports coming that Tigray Defense Force soldiers have started moving from Weldiya to Dessie. That Dessie is located on the A2 highway. There are also some large areas between Weldiya and Dessie where Tigray Defense Force may face little resistance. Mersa and Wechale are two important areas between Weldiya and Dessie, which is situated on A2 highway. Because on the other hand, the Woldiya People's Liberation Movement WPLM is alarmed that the hope of a negotiated settlement of the Tigray war was suddenly dashed by the resumption of conflict in northern Ethiopia. All indications are that the humanitarian truce was broken when Ethiopian National Defense Force stationed in southwestern Tigray shelled Tigrayan Defense Forces positions around Dedibet on 15th August 2022. Because the violation escalated when Ethiopian National Defense Force, 2 infantry and 2 mechanized divisions launched an offensive in southern Tigray on 24th August 2022. Because WPLM denounces the Ethiopian government's belligerent actions and continued bellicose rhetoric which has led to the resumption of conflict. Because in recent month, the delivery of humanitarian assistance had improved and kindled hope for the restoration of essential public services to the Tigray region. However, the Ethiopian government refused to follow through with its promises of resuming essential public services such as telecommunication, banking, and agriculture assistance. Well, this was an ominous sign that the discourse of peace negotiations was meant only to buy time for war preparation, instead of resolving the conflict through negotiations. Yes, the government has now escalated the siege into an all-out war. Yes, there is no justifiable reason for the resumption of the escalation. As things stand now, one of the continuous issues standing in the way of a negotiated peace is the continued occupation of Western Tigray by Amhara forces in contravention of the Ethiopian constitution, which affirms the region as part of the Tigray regional state. Because as a defender of the constitution, the Ethiopian National Defense Force was supposed to restore the region to Tigray. However, the economic interests of Amhara business elite, who are hell bent on keeping the rich and lush agricultural land of Woldiya and Jide in Western Tigray, took precedence over defending the constitution. We believe that the goal of current cycle of military operation is nothing more than a retention of the land. It is part of Abiy Ahmed's promise to the Amhara political and business class. Yes, the Woldiya nation has its own legitimate cause to fight for. It has been patiently waiting on the constitutional promises of restoration of its self-government, which was lost during Abyssinia's imperial conquest in the 19th century. Our resources and the Woldiya youth have no business fighting to advance to the cause of a category of rapacious land grabbers when they have their unfulfilled aspiration and howled cause to fight for. Well, he said, therefore, we call upon all Woldiyans not to join Abiy Ahmed's genocidal project. Instead, we urge all Ethiopians to demand a national effort to salvage the country from total collapse. On our part, we promise our people and all Ethiopians that we will do our part to make a negotiated peace possible and avert a disastrous dissolution of the Ethiopian state. So viewers, so far the latest update from Ethiopia, Tigray and Amhara. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.